Hello, bonjour, bienvenue, welcome to France Today Live. I'm Sophie Gunn-Roberts. I'm web editor for France Today, and I'm your host today for this summary webinar about the beautiful Vendée. Today we have a very special treat for you since we have not one nor two, but six guests here to talk about their beloved destination. Before we begin, we'd like to thank you for your comments on our previous events. Thank you so much for being a part of our dedicated and passionate Francophile community here at France Today. Without further ado, I will invite everybody from the Vendée to join me by switching on their camera and microphone, please. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I think we'll just get straight in. We're going to start today and by getting some inspiration for the summer holidays to come. And so we're going to begin with Eleonore. Eleonore, you are the head of international promotion for the Vendée's tourism agency. And you're just going to give us a bit of a general overview of the Vendée before we dive into the different destinations.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eleanor, and I'm really happy to speak with you today. Do you know which country is visiting Vendée the most? It is Great Britain, with more than 1 million touristic nights in 2024. So now you're maybe wondering why Vendée is so special. Let's begin first with the geographical situation. It is located on the French Atlantic coast with 250 kilometers of coastline between Nantes and La Rochelle, as you can see. It is served by these two international airports, and it takes 4 hours to drive there from Paris and 3 hours by train. You can also arrive by ferry boat from many places, such as Roscoff, Caen, or Le Havre. As you will see, visiting Vendée is more than just a trip. It's a real experience. And today I want to share with you 10 incredible experiences you could enjoy in the Vendée and nowhere else. Let's start with the experience number 1. The total freedom of open spaces. Just walk on the Passage du Gois, for example. It's an amazing submersible road that you can only use at low tide. You can also admire the Perret estuary. It's a beautiful natural site with preserved fauna and flora. Otherwise, you can also discover the Pointe d'Arcet. It's a gorgeous long sandy spit, creating a peninsula between land and sea. Experience number 2, a magical interlude on our 2 islands. Noirmoutier, the Mimosa Island, is known for its salt marshes, its bonnet potato, and its heavenly beaches. L'Île Dieu, Yeu Island, is a small paradise far away from the mainland. I'm sure you will love its white houses and its gorgeous white creeks. Experience number 3, the perfect seaside stopover in Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie. This charming fishing port is famous for its iconic sardine, eaten grilled or canned. Charlie is with us today and will give you in a minute more information about this destination. Experience number 4, the Green Venice and its enchanting beautiful canals in Marais Poitevin. You will enjoy navigating aboard a Platte, this traditional boat, in this peaceful, lush natural setting. It's 800 kilometers of canals which welcome you in this natural regional park. Experience number 5, travel back in time through small villages of character. You will admire the typical architecture of our 10 petites cités de caractère, the typically canned French village, and the hilly landscape of Vendée's countryside that we called bocage. Experience number 6, daydream on a legendary train. Experience the way of life of the great European express trains while having lunch in an authentic dining car. It's a good way to discover the bocage, homeland of the Puy du Fou, that you will get to know better in just after. Experience number 7, cycling adventure around the Vendée. Get on your bike for a new itinerary that takes you around the Vendée Vélo Tour. Over a distance of almost 700 kilometers divided into 20 stages, discover a route full of contrasts. You will cycle along the coastline, between the marshes, and into the more hilly bocage. Our warm welcome will promise you great memories, I swear. Experience number 8, the genuine way of life in a castle. There is a rich historical heritage in Vendée. It has over 700 chateaux, abbeys, and mansions. Discover history and luxury for a nice lunch or for an overnight stay. You will experience complete disconnection. Experience number 9, a taste of Vendée's vineyards. There is a special appellation in Vendée, the Fief Vendéen, which offers high-quality wines made from fine grape varieties and a mastered savoir-faire. Thierry from Domaine Saint-Nicolas will tell you his secrets in a few moments. And the last one, experience number 10. Indulge in our 8-star restaurant. In 2023, Alexandre Couillon was the only chef to be awarded a 3rd star by the Michelin Guide, and he has been elected the Chef of the Year. Vendée is very proud of its 8-star chef. It's a big success for our regional gastronomy. And today we are very, very happy because Jean-Marc Perrochon is with us. He's one of them, and he will talk with you about his passion. That's why Vendée is also a gastronomic experience to try. Now, I'm quite sure you agree with me that a trip to Vendée will bring you amazing, unforgettable experiences. Now, if you like, before focus on the Puy du Fou, which was voted several times the best theme park in the world, I want to show you a quick video presenting the Vendée.
Thank you so much, Eleonore. Actually, I had also one question. You mentioned the plat boats. Can you tell us a little bit more about those exactly, what they are?
It's like the name in French is barque. It's a little boat from the Marais Poitevin, and it's the name of this traditional boat.
Okay, and it's a flat. Actually, it's a flat bottom boat which is pushed along by.
Exactly, a barque.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you. Okay, so we've had a quick vision of the Vendée in general. We see that the Vendée is really full of treasures, and one of them is the Puy du Fou, which has been named the best theme park in the world. Can you tell us a bit more about this famous park, which is located in the heart of the Vendée, in I think what you call the bocage? Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So what is Puy du Fou? Puy du Fou is a unique concept in the world. It's an historical theme park created 47 years ago and awarded numerous prizes over the last 10 years. It retraces the French and especially the Vendéan history through amazing shows, about 20, with special effects, impressive stunts, and breathtaking decors. Each show lasts between 15 and 35 minutes, up to 9 times a day. You will see it's very different from other amusement parks because there is no roller coaster or 3 rides. And all shows have simultaneous translation for non-French speakers through the Puy du Fou's free mobile app. Another information which is good to know is that the Puy du Fou brand is expanding internationally. For example, there is a 15-year partnership with Efteling in the Netherlands, and they also created a Puy du Fou park in Spain, in Toledo, in 21. And last year, they created the largest immersive show in Shanghai, China. And soon, very soon, they will open another park in the UK, maybe about 28, 29. Let's see some key figures now. So the Puy du Fou, it's nearly 3 million visitors each year, and we consider it as the second largest theme park in France after Disneyland. All the history and legend shows are performed in 4 period villages, so you will really feel like traveling back in time. It's located in a century-old forest with 250 acres of park, and there are 28 bars and restaurants and 5 themed hotels. In the Puy du Fou, there are different types of shows. There are the spectacular shows, as for example, Mousquetaires de Richelieu, the first pictures, which tells the story of an impossible love affair in the heart of the Grand Siècle, combining musketeer battle, flamenco ballet, and equestrian prowess. Le Bal des Oiseaux, the second picture, it's a unique aerial ballet where about 350 birds brush past the public, so it's an unforgettable experience. Le Dernier Panache, it's a grandiose journey through the French Revolution with artistic and technical prowess that has won several international awards. Le Signe du Triomphe, where you are seated in a Roman-style Colosseum, where you can attend gladiator battles and chariot race. Le Mime et l'Étoile, this show was honored with the Best Show in the World 2023 award in Hollywood. And it's about the beginning of the cinema, how love can bring color and sound to silent and black and white cinema. And Le Viking, personally, it's one of my favorites. It's a terrible invasion of Vikings who appear by surprise on their powerful longships. There are lots of action and mysterious scenes. And they created a new show this year. It's about King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. And it's a family show with some of the most unique special effects in the world. There is also immersive walkthrough in the Puy du Fou, and the difference between the spectacular show is that you enter the set, so you are in direct contact with the actors, and they are full like this, and it's a total immersion, so you won't forget this experience.
So you're walking through a decor and the actors are standing right in front.
Yeah, and they appear by surprise, so it's really total immersion.
Amazing. Okay.
And there are also 2 night shows, the Ciné from the Middle Ages to the Second World War. The Ciné retraces history in a romance combining real events and French legends with lots of pyrotechnic effects. And this will be more suitable for adults, and it's only presented on weekends from June to September, and it requires an additional ticket. But this show is considered as the world's biggest night show. And Les Noces de Feu is the second one, and it's about the memory of the most romantic wedding. It's a family show, so this one you can attend with your children, and it lasts 30 minutes from April to November, and it's included in the price tickets. Every setting in this park is authentic. It means that when visitors stroll through, they will encounter dozens of artisans at work, each a master of 22 different trades, including illumination, sculpture, corporate, and more. So we really want to invite people to visit this historic village to meet the craft people between two shows. And there are 5 themes hotel, so you can choose your century in which to sleep in. So between some Renaissance tents, Viking islands, a Roman villa, a medieval fortress, or mini Versailles, there are 600 family rooms, up to 5 people, with about 3,000 beds and 10 restaurants and bars. And it's located nearly the park, so you have a direct access. It's very easy.
Mhm.
And about restaurants, they have 28 restaurants, from fast food to traditional ones. They offer high quality standard for food and 70% of local food to promote short distribution channels. Some practical information now. The park is open from April to November, and the price is fixed throughout the year.
Mhm.
The Noce de Feu night show is given each night. You see the red color on the calendar, and for the Ciné is the blue color. When you see the green color, it means that there is no night show, so you have 20% less on your tickets. And now, before letting Nathalie from Les Sables d'Olonne speaking, I want to show you a short promotional video and a testimonial of British visitors. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope to see you very soon somewhere in Vendée or at the Puy du Fou.
Thank you, Eleonore. We have had a couple of questions come in for Puy du Fou. You have kind of answered them, but if we can just go through them. A couple of people have asked if the park is suitable for all ages. So obviously it's very family oriented. But I think somebody is asking, their children are 4 and 6 years old. Is it okay for that kind of age to come to the park?
Yeah, I think it depends on the show. As I mentioned, there are some shows that are more suitable for adults, and other ones very easy for children.
For
So
children.
maybe they have to check before which show is better for
Is
the.
it are the shows marked, sort of suitable for young
Yeah,
children?
sure. You only have to download the app, and on the app you have a presentation of the different shows. So maybe check before and
Yeah, okay, that's a good tip. And then somebody is asking, will the UK park be as big as the French park?
I don't know. I don't have this information. Maybe we have to wait a little bit
We'll
before.
see. Yeah. And Linda is asking, how many days would you suggest for a visit to the Puy du Fou?
I suggest at least 2 days, because one day you will be too speed and you have to run from a show to another one. If you want to take your time, it is good to stay at least 2 days, and like that you can enjoy one of the hotel.
All the hotels, yeah. And finally, from Valérie, we have a question. When is the best time of year to visit Puy du Fou?
I think there is no best time. You can come from April to November. It's open almost every day. So yeah, from April to November, it's great.
Okay.
Maybe April, maybe May.
Yeah. Season. Okay, thank you. All right, let's play the video of Le Puy du Fou.
émotions sont éternelles.
We've been coming to the Puy du Fou for 10 years now. The children always insist that we come.
We love staying in the hotels on the site. Accommodation's amazing.
I've been coming since I was really young and I still enjoy it.
It's good for young and old.
2 children, one who understands French quite well and one who doesn't. One has the translations and they both love it.
I love the birds, spectacular.
It's hard to describe the Puy du Fou.
It's not a plastic theme park. Attention to detail and quality. The show are just so entertaining and blow your mind.
It's unique, it's exciting, and it's just full of stunts, singing, dancing. It's quite incredible.
It's a spectacle.
Wow, I actually got shivers watching the video. That looks really, really good. Eleanor, thank you so much for highlighting that for us. But of course, the Vendée is not only the Puy du Fou or the Bocage. It is mostly known for its coastline with 250 kilometers of shoreline. And so now I'd like to invite Nathalie to talk about the nautical capital of the Vendée, which is Les Sables d'Olonne.
Hi, welcome to Les Sables d'Olonne. I'm Nathalie and I'm working at the tourist office in the media service. So Les Sables d'Olonne is the main maritime city situated on the Vendée coast. It is 80 kilometers south from the Puy du Fou, to give you an idea. Les Sables d'Olonne is famous for the around the world sailing races, and starting from Les Sables d'Olonne, and one of them especially is called the Vendée Globe. Perhaps you have heard about it because there was an English skipper in this edition. And the last departure of the 10th edition was in November 2024, so last year. And the skippers came back at the beginning of this year. So there will be a very big fest on the 10th of May to finish this 10th edition. Les Sables d'Olonne is a place for adventurers and also for experiences, especially the nautical sports activities, such as the gliding sports, surfing, kite surfing, wing foil, paddle, but also canoe, hiking, and golf, the other sports, in fact, and even skydiving. You see many sports to do. If you prefer food experience, Les Sables d'Olonne has 3 ports: pleasure, trading, and fishing port. The fishing harbor is the 5th of France for the value of products. Sole, hake, cuttlefish are the main species fished. A fishing harbor on site means fresh products, fish and crustaceans all year. With the fish and the seafruits, you can eat also the salt produced in local marshlands, the vegetables sold in the farms around in the countryside, and the wines produced on site also. And to finish, as a dessert, the chocolate. You know, in Les Sables d'Olonne, Vincent Vallée is the best chocolate maker of the world, and he lives in Les Sables d'Olonne. You see, gastronomy is very important for us, as in France in general. Gastronomic restaurants cook delicious good cuisine based on fine and fresh local products, and among them the Abyssu restaurant, 1-star Michelin guide, and many other high-standing restaurants. At the end of the visio, I will let you discover Saint-Nicolas Vineyard in Île-d'Olonne with Antoine and Thierry Michon. I see them. Other experience to leave: the architectural heritage and natural landscape discovery. Les Sables d'Olonne is particularly engaged in its architectural heritage preservation, with old villas, like you can see on the picture, on the seafront, dating from the 19th century. And it was the beginning, in fact, of tourism, with the first train arrivals in 1866 in Les Sables d'Olonne, and the trains first arrived from Paris. At that time, you needed 12 hours to come to Les Sables d'Olonne. Now you've got direct trains, speed trains, and in 3 hours and a half, you arrive to Les Sables d'Olonne. The town is engaged also in the preservation of its maritime heritage. You find lighthouses, manor houses, and ancient boats. At the same time, around, not far from the town, a beautiful natural environment with a forest 11 kilometers long, some marshlands, 1,400 hectares of marshlands, wild beaches, and rocky coasts. So you see, all those places are fine and perfect for hiking, cycling, and horse riding. Another experience to live is sustainable mobility. Since many years, Les Sables d'Olonne provides sustainable mobility, electric buses, but also maritime or not buses, and bike sharing service with electric bikes. Those bikes are on disposal through 16 bicycle stations in town, and the first 15 minutes are free. The bikes are called the Little Queens. You've got the picture here, blue and pink. Les petits trains, Little Queens, les petits trains in French is a special expression for bicycles, but the queens are also part of folk traditions here. Every year, Les Sables d'Olonne, the queen of Les Sables d'Olonne is elected in April, and she's wearing the local costume with a black skirt, a silk blouse, clogs, and a headdress. One last experience we recommend is to attend an international event. Main events take place in Les Sables d'Olonne this year. The first edition of the full Ironman in June. Also the Vendée in May. This is a Polynesian canoe race with a village dedicated to Polynesian crafts, songs, and dances. In August, a Sea People Festival with fishermen's songs, dances, also folk costumes and different ancient boats, boat hauling as it was in the past. And also in September, the Mini Transat, a sailing race, because many sailing races start from Les Sables. So in September, it will be the Mini Transat across the Atlantic with about 90 boats living. If you have more time, don't forget art in town, like the Ulysses statue on the rocks, which is covered by the high tides you see on the picture, and also original frescoes on the seafront and the fishing harbor, and the Il Coupenot Quarter, you see the picture on the right, with different shellfish mosaics on the facades. You see, Les Sables d'Olonne is a dynamic seaside town all year, and the best moments to appreciate it and to appreciate the lifestyle here are in spring and autumn, when there are less people and a beautiful light. Now have a look on the videos, general video presentation about Les Sables d'Olonne for the first, and the main events in summer for the second video. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you. We just had one question about the bicycles. Somebody is asking, are there plenty of places to return the bicycles once you...
Yeah, 16 stations. So you can take a bicycle at one point and put it on another point. So it's very easy.
Thank you so much, Nathalie. About 40 minutes north of Les Sables d'Olonne lies the Pays de Saint-Gilles Saint-Gilles de Croix-de-Vie, known of course for its famous sardines. But this region still has many secrets to uncover, and Charlie will be telling us a little bit about it. But I think first we're going to check out another little video of Saint-Gilles Croix-de-Vie.
Hello to everybody. I'm Charlie Boutevin from the tourism offices of the Pays of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie. So today I will bring you to a journey to discover the Pays of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie. So we are located at 55 minutes from Les Sables d'Olonne and 1 hour and 15 minutes from le Puy du Fou. So the Pays of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie is destinations with two faces. One with the seaside coast. We have three seaside towns that are very famous, like Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie, Bretigny-sur-Mer, and Saint-Hilaire-de-Riez. But we have also an important countryside with 11 towns, and you have the possibility to discover the countryside by bike, because in the Pays of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie, you have around 400 kilometers of biking path, and also you can discover the countryside by hiking. And just to let you know, we have a lot of different landscapes in the Pays of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie. Also, you have the salt marshes, like you can see on the screen. You have also the coastline. We have 22 long beaches and 32 kilometers of coastline. We have also around 800 of dunes, and we have so many marshes also. And with three seaside towns, we have a huge offer of water sports. And so we have a huge offer of outdoors activities. We can start with the surf. In the Saint-Gilles region, we have a lot of surf spots. We are lucky to have Bretigny-sur-Mer because Bretigny-sur-Mer is a very famous destination for surfing. We have two important spots for surfing. You have the most important one is La Sauzet. La Sauzet welcome usually national and international surf competitions. And you have also the dune with the spot 1 and 2. It will be more for the beginners to discover with good conditions the pleasure of surfing in the Pays of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie. And especially if you want the best season to surfing in the Pays of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie, just to let you know that you will have the best waves from October to May. And also, like I was saying before, the Pays of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie is a beautiful place to bike. Because, like I was saying, we have 400 kilometers of cycle paths. and you got the possibility to enjoy a lot of different landscapes, like the coastline and also the countryside. And recently, with the tourism office and the local cycling club, we have created three new bike paths. If you want to discover the countryside, we have three gravel ride. It starts with 50 and 60 kilometers, and we have the most important one with 1 and 10 kilometers of gravel bike. And we are most famous for our fishing heritage because in Cergy-Poitvy, you have a strong history with the sardines. I can show you, I bring you some most of the beautiful canned sardines. I don't know if you can see clearly. But Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie has a strong history with the sardines because this city has emerged with the fishing activity, especially with the sardines fishing. Just to let you know, in Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie, you have the possibility to discover its history by many places. Like you can see on the screen, we have l'Atelier de la Sardine. L'Atelier de la Sardine is a museum that tells you the history of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie by showing to you the history between the cannery factory and the fishing activity. Because at this day in Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie, there is the cannery factory of Gendreau. It's the last cannery factory of Vendée in activity. The cannery Gendreau has been created in 1887, and today there is the fourth generation of Gendreau in activity. Excuse me. And in Cergy-Poitvy, you have the possibility to buy the fresh canned sardines in a tree shop because the Gendreau cannery factory has created in 200 the brand La Perle de Dieu. So La Perle de Dieu is a luxury brand for the canned sardines. And you have the possibility to enjoy the diversity of the product and to discover also the history of this family cannery factory. And also, if you want to enjoy more and to enjoy an immersion in the art of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie, in the fishing port of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie, you have Escalpêche. Escalpêche is a place where you will have the opportunity to discover the activity, the local fishing activity of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie. It will tell you about also the daily routine in the fish auction in Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie, because in Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie we have Lac Les Sables d'Olonne fish auction. It will be more smaller than the fish auction of Les Sables d'Olonne, but we have a strong local fishing activity. Also, the sardine is not the only sea product that the Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie fishermen fish. We have like Les Sables d'Olonne, the main product like crabs, like fish monk, etc. And you have bar also and sea bass. Thanks. And today the fleet of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie is around 38 fishing boats, and we have about 100 fishermen that work all year in this little fishing ports. And the main season for the fishing activity, especially for the sardine, the season starts at April and end in end in the early October.
Charlie, we just have a few questions from David, who asks, is the artwork on the sardine box done by local artists, the box that you showed?
Yes, because the brand La Perle des Dieux is working with two illustrators. One from Nantes. Nantes is a huge city from 1 hour and a half from Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie, and the other one is working at La Rochelle.
Okay.
La Rochelle is just after the south of Vendée. From Les Sables-d'Olonne, you are at 2 hours, I think. And so it's always comment dire, the brand La Perle des Dieux is always working with the same two illustrators.
Okay.
So every year you can enjoy different drawing from them.
Fantastic, thank you.
And as you can see on the screen, the beautiful shop of L'Atelier de la Sardine gives you an example of all the variety of drawing on the canned sardines.
Definitely, yeah. And Linda is asking, she wanted to check whether you said there is a special bread to be eaten with the sardine, or
No.
you recommend?
I'm with the chief Jean-Marc
the chef.
Perrochon. We don't have. You don't have.
No, we don't have really special bread to eat with sardine. But if you got with the black flour bread, it can be okay. It can be nice too.
And of course, you have to taste the sardine of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie with the salt butter. It's an obligation.
Yes.
If you want to eat it very well. And it's a perfect transition to talk about the local gastronomy because the Pays of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie is not only about the sardines, and we are lucky to have vineyards on the countryside in the town of Brême-sur-Mer, and especially we have 8 wine growers and vine growers, excuse me. And all year long, all these wine cellars are open for visits. So you have the possibility to meet in person all these people that are working all year on the vineyard of Brême-sur-Mer. And on the vineyard of Brême-sur-Mer, you can taste rosé, blanc, and rouge, red wine. So there is a huge diversity because every wine workers produce typical product. So the wine of Brême-sur-Mer has different faces and flavors. Yes, and because also of the proximity with the ocean, there is a natural work with the elements. I think that the Michelin family will explain you more precisely, but there is a link between the sea and the vineyards of Brême-sur-Mer. And of course, the sardine the sardine of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie is the main product of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie. But we have also La Rose de Saint-Gilles, the Rose of Saint-Gilles that we call prawns. It's fish from the late September to late March. It's not as huge as the sardines because the sardines every year it's between 2,000 tons of sardines that are unloaded at Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie. And the prawns, it's a lot smaller in terms of volumes. Excuse me, but this is a local product that we have with the sardines. And also in Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie, if you want to taste the local products, we have 2 Michelin-starred restaurants. One in Brême-sur-Mer. So if you want to have a visit of the vineyards of Brême, you can also have a lunch at the Léjeuner of Nicolas Coutan. And if you want also to enjoy a sea view in Bretagne-sur-Mer and go after for a bike ride, you have the restaurant of Jean-Marc Perrochon. And so I will give you the speech at Jean-Marc.
Okay, so my name is Jean-Marc Perrochon. I'm a star Michelin-star restaurant in Bretignolles-sur-Mer. So as you say, we have two star restaurants in the Pays of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie, and we have almost everything, to make a good cooking here. For the gastronomy, we got people who raise the poultry, the fish. We work with fishermen who make we work fish with Japanese way, the ikijim. I don't know if you know what it is, but they kill the fish really, really quickly, and they take away the blood, and you got the fish, which is really nice. So we work directly with fishermen with that. And also you got a lot of guys who make a nice organic vegetable. And you see, we have everything. We got a race of cow, of lamb, we got almost everything for make a good cooking. And we do, especially in my restaurant in Les Brisons, we do a cooking about the sea, because the sea is in the front of me, and we got a view of 180 degrees. So, like I say often, I just have to walk in my garden. I just to cross the road, and I got my garden in the front of me. And we work, of course, we work the sardine. We make a little tartare with a little goat cheese in it, with a broth of herbs, because we got a person in the Pays of Saint-Gilles-Croix-de-Vie. We raise herbs for all the restaurants, herbs and flowers. And we work also the sea bass that we cook right now with asparagus. We work of course, the duck of Chalon, who is well known in all the world. And also what we got, I work a lot of seaweed. We make a lot of sauce with seaweed, with the little plant also that we got in the dune and in the front of the sea, like sea funnels. I don't know if you know that, sea funnels. We work another herbs we call the curry plants that we grow up in the dune, and we mix some oils with that, and we use it for make seasoning of our dish. And also we've got also the wine of Thierry and the other wineries from Brem-sur-Mer. So we got really a nice place for make gastronomy with everything around us.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Jean-Marc. And what better way to raise a glass to such a region than with a glass of AOC Fief Vendéen. We're going to hear from the Domaine Saint-Nicolas. Antoine, I have a short video. Let's start then.
So the Domaine Saint-Nicolas will be created by my grandfather in 1960 to Brem-sur-Mer with just a few hectares. And he started to grow up, but it was very complicated to Brem-sur-Mer because it was very, very full of the vineyard. He planting the first vineyard to the new town, just next to, but it's l'Île de l'One. So he planting this new vineyard in 1975, and since this date, he's going to moving on inland. And my dad associated with him and with my grandmother as well, and one uncle. And today, they are still my dad and me, and I am the third generation of this vineyard. We working on 3 different places. Four, sorry. So the most bigger place, it's Île-de-l'One. So it's very close to Les Sables d'Olonne. And after we have one places on Véret. It's between Île-de-l'One to Brem-sur-Mer, and some vineyard to Brem-sur-Mer, and just one vineyard to Bretignolles-sur-Mer. And today we're working with something like 33 hectares. So we working in biodynamics, so in organic since 1995. My dad started in 1993 on the white, on the white wine. Since we're working only in biodynamics, because for us it's the best way to explain the different grapes from one places. So for the grapes, and we grew up with the most bigger for the white, it's a Chenin Blanc. And after we have some Chardonnay and some Gros Le Gris, so it's very small grapes. And for the red, the most famous, and we're working, is a Pinot Noir. And after we have some Negrettes, and the last one is a Gamay. We are very close to the ocean, of course. And with the most area close, it's something like 1 kilometer to Brem-sur-Mer, and even we can see the ocean to the vineyard, so it's very nice. We have a very big influence in the vineyard with the ocean, with the salty wind. Okay, and that's why the old guy planting on leaving the vineyard very down. To don't be touched by the wind salty, to kill and burning the leaves, to make some juice, of course. So now today we're working to grow up just a little bit more the vineyard. Because we're working with much more with a tractor, and we try to working with the horses as well on just some places, because we would like to get something so much more to respect the nature and the environment, of course. But it's very hard job, and since the last year with with the evolution of the climate, so we have to moving on change some different kind of culture in the vineyard, because we have to find which one is the best way to produce and keep the quality of the grapes, of course. After for the wine, of course we don't use any chemical like a product. We just put some sulfate to protect the wine, but just a little bit. We don't use any other product like a sugar, like a yeast, or so many other products only you can use to making wine. And because for us, the philosophy of, said my dad, we're making wine in the vineyard, not in the winery. So that's why we don't use any chemical product to respect. One places, one grapes with one man, for one wine. So that's why we would like to working just like that. That's why today we're working with so different restaurants, of course, with 1, 2, and 3 Michelin-starred. Even in Vendée, in so many places in France and in Europe as well. We are recognized for the wine and we're making. Of course, it's my dad, because my dad changed all of this since 30 years ago. So it's very important. And we try, me and my dad, to keep going to create something very pure and very respectable of the places. And we are, because we're thinking we are so lucky to working on making this wine to this place, because it's a wonderful place, to be very close to the ocean, to get a very wonderful climate, because it's not too cold or not too warm. And we're thinking we can make very wonderful wine with these places and with these grapes.
Do you know whether your practice of being, much more ecologically conscious, is that something that all the OSCFiers Vendéens are practicing? Is it something that they're all moving towards to, at least?
I think much more people working like this, because one maker, one grower understands they have to change the culture in the vineyard, because you use less chemical product, and because in the Europe or in France, the law said you have to stop to use it, so you have to change your culture. So until like about dynamics like us, not at all, but much more like in organic, like in biologic. So it's so much better. Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. There's one question. Can people come and visit your vineyard for tastings and meet you?
Yes, of course. And the people, they have to going on the website from Domaine Saint-Nicolas, and they can take some places for visit and testing, of course. And we have different, different visit. One, it's only visit and with testing. After, it's only for visits. The people can coming when they want. Okay, it's opening on Monday to Saturday. Okay, it's free for only testing at the domain. Yes, of course.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here today. The Vendée truly is a blend of land and sea, authenticity and warmth. And so for our viewers, don't hesitate to visit the website in-vendée.com and book your next holiday, hopefully this summer. And to bring this fantastic presentation to a musical close, I think we're about to be treated to an accordion performance by your own dad, Thierry.
Yes, I can. Hello, hello.